What happened? I have no idea. Tell me.
So, Nick, do you remember that I told you that I went on vacation with my best friends
Yes.
the last week?
Yes.
So, most of us we're right now on the kind of business doing stuff. So, you can imagine, as probably you've lived, that in those kind of vacations, a lot of things going on, like between your friends and you, and ideas and blah blah blah. So, brother, first title I have to tell you, in the last week and a half, I've done 30K bucks. Bro,
Bro, you've done 30K in sales? What?
not cash collected, but I don't fucking care because it's 30K and paid in full. It was 15K.
15K cash collected in the last week? How the fuck did you do that? What did you do? All right, so today I'm here with one of my clients, Carlos, one of my biggest Spanish friends. And we started working together around 4 months ago. I just hopped on a call because we had a call scheduled at 12:30 p.m. to make a testimonial video of how he scaled to 30, or no, what is it, 10K.
10K.
Tell everybody what just happened. Please tell them.
So in the last week and a half, we flipped the business from 10K MRR to
To 30K.
30K.
And the most important thing, tell where you were, like what you did.
Yeah, I was a marketing director for a company, and I was already doing well. But I told Nick, like, yo, this has to stop. I gotta go away and do my shit. So I think it has happened, Nick.
It is definitely helped, yeah. No, we changed a lot. Like I remember we were on a call like 4 months ago, and you were nervous about the big of the investment, that you needed to make, because it was a lot of money for you back then. But I remember that you had skills and that you capitalized on the skills the wrong way for you to work for, what is it, 3 4K a month for that other
Yeah,
big.
exactly. 4K.
And then you come back 4 months later and you make 30K building your
10x,
own offer.
10x.
Sick, sick. Tell me tell me a little bit about your background. About how you started, like let's say 6 months, a year ago, for the people to understand what the situation was then and what has changed right now.
Look, prior to contacting you, I was marketing director for a company because I've been for 5 years in the same niche. So I knew a little lot from the for the law services, more specific in the insolvency. So I was like really invested in the skills because
Hmm.
I really had like everything that one has to have for that niche. I
Yeah.
knew it
You
has
basically help law firms get more appointments, get more people, make more money. Like what all my clients do, they all help people make more money in different
exactly
niches, but you have law firms, correct?
correct. So in reality, I gotta tell you that I was doing like really fucking well for a Spanish guy because earning 3 4K for a Spanish person is like really
Not bad.
meaningful. It's not bad at all. So for that, I was like more turned into, okay, what I'm gonna do with this money, what I'm gonna do with my life. Do I want this business to handle all my life and decide for me, like my location, the hours I work, how I feel? If something wants to talk me in a bad way, they can do it. And I said, no, I'm tired. I'm tired of doing that. And I was following you for like, I think a year or so from your very beginnings. And for me, it was an easy decision because I followed your journey and reminded me a lot of what I would like to do. So I just picked the phone and say, hey, Nick, what's going on?
What's going on? You hopped on a call. We had a chat. Did we had a second call? I think we did, right? Before.
Yeah, we did because I was really
You,
scared
you
about,
weren't an easy close, I remember.
no, no.
Nice, bro. Nice. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. What were the main three things that changed from you not running your own offer to now running your own offer 4 months later?
Yeah. So for me, three biggest things. The first one I think is the mindset, as we already talked, like being able to think about what you want in a in a realistic and possible way. Like I can do this, and when you get the no's from the life, because you're gonna get some no's
Of
from
course.
time to time, like to be able to say yes back and say like I'm gonna dial in. I think every single call that we've had, you helped me to say yes when life said no to
Hmm.
me. I
Yes,
think
I do understand
that's
what
the
you mean.
first one. The second one is to focus on results, like not to get stuck into the smaller details, like
Yeah.
that doesn't make a difference at all. Like,
I know, I know. I work with a lot of people that are between 18 and 25, and most people that I work with have a good skill and they understand how to capitalize on these skills, right? Or they learn it working with me along the way, for example, lead gen, and then they implement it. But you know, you're already a little bit older than 18. You have a lot of experience. You've worked as a marketing director, so you have experience. And I saw the opportunity with you, especially that you are not capitalizing on these skills because you, when you are good at delivering results, business becomes so fucking easy.
easy,
Becomes so easy. You get unlimited clients, you get everything you want. There's nothing that can stop you from making 100, a million a month. Nothing.
nothing. There isn't.
No,
There
exactly.
isn't. And a second thing that I would like to tell you is that, um, the third thing is that when you see the results start pouring in, like you start to believe to believe that you are it, you're the guy. Like, and I think that's an important thing when you are building such a foundation, like a well foundation, like to believe that you're the guy that that's gonna make it, like the first one of, for example, of your friends, or of that you're gonna prove people wrong. I think that's really important for people to believe. If they don't believe that, I think it's really hard to fucking become that, like the guy.
I understand. I understand it a lot. I feel you in that one. What have we implemented together that made you switch from making 4K working for somebody else to now making 30K in MRR? Not like just like once, but MRR, aiming for, you know, the goal to be at 100K a month MRR together by the end of the year. What has changed? What have we worked on together? What have we implemented that made that big change for you where you realized like, wow, I'm just building on my own shit. I'm making my own money now.
First of all, I think we would like to say is a add amount, like the add output, because firstly, I remember I had some struggles at the beginning when I only had 4 or 3 ads, and I told you, hey Nick, my price going up, maybe this isn't the thing, or something like that. You told me, hey, what you do for your company? Like, I told you, I made fucking a lot of ads,
Yes.
and you told me, dude, do it for yourself, because you need that ad output in
Yes.
order to test and provide yourself, for example,
That's
the
it.
lead.
Make more money from it.
Another thing that has changed a lot is my selling process, because I don't know if you remember, but when we met, I was like super invested in getting people to know what I did,
Yeah.
and to know that I'm able and to pull the trigger for them. But you told me like that's not the correct selling process, and you have to ask people about what they want one time,
Exactly.
another.
Framing and positioning is so important. I remember we were on a call, one of our first calls 4 months ago, 3 months ago, and you said to me even that you didn't even know, yo, Nick, but if I'm building my own offer, what do I need to charge?
Yeah,
You didn't even know what to charge. So
no,
a lot has changed, and that is all about framing, positioning, building the offer the right way, running the lead generation the right way,
yeah,
and optimizing with scaling processes and sales funnels and converting mechanisms to make more and make things better. You know?
dude, it was impressive. Those fucking 4 months. I've grown a lot. I told you, and I want to say this here is, I told you, I think I've grown into a fully man in terms of economically position, or and labor terms.
Of course. Like even like experience, finances, you
Yeah,
know, like all these aspects are very important in life in my opinion. And you live in an apartment right now somewhere in Spain, but what I said, when we scale up the business a little bit more next year you're going to move out. You know,
exactly.
to somewhere
Complete.
else to get a bigger apartment or get a bigger house. And
Yeah.
that's going to be nice. What is going to be the goal in the upcoming months? Like I know we told about it before the testimonial recorded, but tell the viewers, tell the people.
Look, and I think the prior goal was to reach 50K before the year ends, but I think that's too pessimistic right now.
It's too small. Yeah, it
Small.
is. It is basically too small.
So I think maybe 100K, 150K would be a better proposition for
Aim.
us to aim on.
Yeah, then we got to make another testimonial from earning 4K a month as a Spanish marketer to
Yeah.
building his own $1 million business in like
Exactly.
7 months.
So I think we would need another testimonial. Yeah.
Sick, man. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That is crazy. How has your life changed outside of business? So like I know, I remember we wanted to make testimonial and say, okay, Carlos scaled to 10K because that was 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah.
then now you made way more. The lead generation was popping. You call people, more clients. How has your life changed outside of all the money in the business and in general? Has there anything that changed? Or maybe not.
Look, the first thing I would like to say is that few things changed because this has been so sudden that I didn't even have time to increase my spend like from
You
fucking
cannot even
month.
go somewhere because you need to focus on business.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing. And the second thing that I like to talk about, I think it's a little bit too personal, but I think it's mandatory for me to say is like, for example, I had ADHD.
Hmm.
So I really it's really not easy for me to focus on things, and I've been struggling all my life to focus on things because I found that a lot of things were not important, so I got like stuck from like day to day. But right now that has shifted a lot because whatever I do in the day, I feel that it's important. So for me, a long time disease that was ADHD has focused right now because everything that I do is fucking mandatory for me to do. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely. Like I think it's
I
very
don't do I don't do things that doesn't matter anymore.
no money-driven decisions.
Yeah,
Right? Making decisions that are important for the company, for yourself, for other people, instead of making decisions and not being productive while working 12 hours a week and only doing 4 hours of focused work. That is
yeah,
boring and you're wasting your time. So that is I would say personally, in general, like one of the most important things.
yeah.
Um, what has changed from you doing things for yourself towards like at a certain point 4 months ago working with me? What would you say in general, maybe a better question, has changed while you got a mentor, somebody that can guide you in the right way or that can give you advice on a certain thing? Or has that changed for you in general? It probably has, but what has changed specifically?
For me, yeah, it's a really good point. It's a good question because the thing has that has changed for me was the thing that allowed me to scale. That was to ease up my mind into knowing that everything is crystal clear and it's going to work out from from not being able to see if you're gonna succeed to be able to feel that every decision is mentored
Yes.
and has some kind of logic behind.
Yes. I had
It has changed everything because I've I've not been able to put myself in an emotional mood in those 4 months because you were there.
yeah, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. And I have to say one thing. I had a client that told me that yesterday. He said the biggest thing, the reason why I got these results, he scaled to 65K a month. So like in like 3 months or something with a different business, different niche. And he told me like, Nick, the biggest thing that has helped me is just being surrounded by you, feeling your energy, being able to ask you questions, being surrounded by you. And I
Yeah,
can imagine that that is important for a lot of people. That is important for me in terms of whatever work. If you go with a fitness coach or with a good friend that is always fucking going to the gym, you go that person to the gym,
yeah,
bro. You'll destroy yourself in a positive way. You'll make it you'll have a perfect gym session. If you go to fucking golf with a pro golfer, you'll become better. It's like
exactly.
when you want to, it's so easy. The easiest way you can get access to people is either get access in a way where you can leverage your time or leverage your money to get as close to them as you can. And that is why I'm doing one-on-one compared to selling a course. And that is exactly why the results are better.
Look, I feel like, for example, that if I weren't close to you and I was close to some kind of
like
low end
or an infrastructure.
part of your system or something like that, this wouldn't have been the same. I had to be like, I have to tell you the truth, because I think like 90% of my success was you or
Yes.
you.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. What would you say for yourself um, was your favorite part about the program? What was the favorite part about us working together where you realized, like, wow, yeah, that's.
I think it was one thing that is not usual in this kind of programs where you leverage some kind of knowledge as you do, or because for example you leverage some kind of knowledge at the beginning of the course, because I think a lot of people will be some kind of illiterate to a lot of, for example, knowledge. But the thing that I most value from this is that you knew from the beginning that a lot of knowledge that was already pre-established maybe weren't as valuable for me, but you already knew that, and you put the foot on the pedal, and
Yeah.
you said, forget about this. Let's work on the results, because getting results
It's the
is
most
what
important
is
thing.
important for you. Forget about the course. It's the fucking nuts, the course, but forget about 80% that won't be useful for you. For example, you told me, hey guy, you have to study a little bit more sales. In my course, you're gonna find it. I found that was useful, but the rest, let's keep it to the point. And that's the thing that I most value. Like the let's get to the point mindset from you. Let's not waste the time
No,
for you.
true. I like that. I have a very important question for you because we both have that. You are like we are going to keep working together, right, to generate more results. Basically, second round. A lot of people are not capable of maintaining their clients even for a month, even for 2 months. How would you say we both understand because you do that very well as well? You have ever has a single client ever dropped that you've worked with in the last
No,
4 months?
4 months, zero client drop.
How many clients have you gotten in total?
Five.
Five. And they pay a lot and they all stick. They
Yeah,
all stick. They paid more like every month. That's why it's 30K MRR. With my business model, it's a little bit different. But what would you say? And we are both very good at that, at maintaining clients. How do you maintain clients instead of getting clients? What a lot of people know that are in my audience. How do you get client results? How do you make your clients happy? I explained at you for a part on how to structure all of that, but you already had the skill as well. So like it was a double positive effect. How would you say people can get fucking client results and maintain their clients for years instead of for fucking 1 month?
you treat the other company as if it was yours. Like for me, my clients' companies are like my companies. Like,
Your babies.
what do you want? I want lower cost per lead, and I want higher return per investment. I
Yes.
want two things. I worry about those two things for my client. I think I learned from you that my MRR is some kind of your MRR.
Yes, of course. It's a compounding effect. And that is
So I
very
think
important.
that's the most important thing, to treat the companies of your clients as your babies.
Yes, but that's true, and I completely agree with that. And systems can help. You can have systems in place, right? We're gonna implement a lot of systems now because you mainly do it yourself. But when you can automate a lot of stuff for you to, delegate, automate a lot of stuff so you don't have to manage that yourself. But systems are a big role. Communication is a big role. For me personally, expectations. Expectations are the most important thing. I have had so many people that came to me that make 30K that I scaled 100K a month that literally said to me, Nick, I am not getting fucking client results. And that is the reason why I can't scale past 6 figures a month. And the reason why they didn't get client results is not specifically because they had a bad service, but they set the wrong expectations for the client.
Yeah,
The reason why people want their money back all the time or why they do disputes or refunds is because they tell them something else than that people get up front. And that's why it goes wrong.
completely. Completely. You cannot set the wrong expectations just to have a sale. You have to sell with the expectations you're gonna meet.
Mhm.
Not like fucking increase your results, but
True.
don't overpromise, because it's
No,
gonna
exactly, bro. That's the biggest problem that most people make. Over promising. That is really the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't happen to me. I gotta tell you.
Yes. Yes. Fair. Fair. For people to achieve the same success as that you've gained till this point, making multiple five figures, close to six figures soon, what would you say can they do in terms of action steps for them to get to a similar position?
I think first of all, you gotta have like a solid skill set. I think without that, dude, you're a fucking machine, Nick. But I think you cannot help a fucking stone earn 100K a month because it's a fucking stone. So
Mhm.
get your fucking skills up
Yes.
and do it properly. I think that's the first point. Second point, believe in yourself, and third, invest in yourself. Get a mentor.
Fair.
I think with those points, you got a lot.
How would you say, and this is not credit for myself, this is just in general, how, like, actually a real question, how would you say people can pick the right mentor? Because there are so many options for people to pick from within different niches, within different opportunities. How would you say you pick the right mentor?
This is a really fucking good question because in our time, we've been fucking spawned all the day with a mentor-like content for
Guru
every from
mentors,
every
yeah.
single fucking person in Instagram. So that's a good question. And for me, is you cannot choose a mentor without making your mentor have a previous accountability of trust. Because, for example, when I chose you, it was an easy fucking decision because I was looking forward you like for a year. I already knew your results. I knew how you scale. I knew your information. I knew how you put it up. So you cannot choose without a prior accountability, you know?
Yes.
You can, oh you yeah you look like trustable
Yeah. Based on what?
based on if you don't know how no. But for example, for me it was easy because I'm a marketing director, so I knew how to separate um
Yes.
the, the lookalike mentors from a real one because I knew how the shit works, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, fair.
and the second one, choose a mentor that you can invest on. Because look, I love Alex Hormozy, but I cannot fucking invest in Alex Hormozy. So I could invest in you, and I had accountability on my trust on you. So those two things were met for me. I said yes,
Exactly.
easy.
I think that's
What do you
very
think
good
about
advice.
it?
And that's the exact same way I do it whenever I want to invest in people, whether that's a fitness mentor, whether that's fucking anything, you know? So that makes a lot of sense. That is a very interesting topic. What will you say to people that are potentially watching this video right now of potentially working with me?
No doubt, no doubt about it. No doubt. Don't doubt.
Why?
Just do. Because the
I'm
result.
asking, why would they doubt? Why would they just invest in me? Why
Oh,
wouldn't they?
most of the times is because of the scarcity mindset about the money they have. I don't mean scarcity as something that is invented like created. No, a real scarcity because people money is a scarce resource. Look,
It is.
I invested in you. It was more scarce than now for me.
Yes.
So that scarcity was real.
Of
If
course.
I invested wrong, I will end up with
You would have been fucked.
yeah. So don't doubt about don't let that scarcity make you doubt because the money will go back to you
Yes.
100%. If you are not a stone, it will go back to you.
If you're not retarded, it'll go
If
back
you
to
are
you.
retarded, but if you're retarded, there's a 100% chance that Nick says no to you.
Yeah,
So
exactly. That's a
no
good.
problem about it.
That's it. No, that's a good point. Yeah. Whenever somebody's actually retarded, no, you do that either. We don't do that both. Like we don't onboard people. You know, and I tell it all the time to my clients, and I say like, "Yo, bro, don't onboard when it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't make any sense. You're wasting your time, wasting your money, wasting your fucking everything, your energy."
Yeah.
So that makes sense. What is any last advice that you would give to people that are watching this video? One specific advice that you would say that could change their situation in terms of making it better for them. One tip.
You, for me, it was you have to be the one who pushes. Life is not gonna push for you. There's nothing you're gonna find in the way. that's gonna stick with you, that's gonna help you. If you're not pushing it, you have to be the one who fights, who gets it. And there's no one who is gonna do it for you.
You need to want it bad enough, and you need
Neither
to
you
yourself.
or I, for my clients, we cannot push for you. You have to push.
Yes.
The rest will follow. I think that's my best.
It's a difference between nobody the fuck can guarantee other people's success. People always say, they hop on a call and say, Nick, do you guarantee? I say, no. I cannot
No.
guarantee your success. What are you for a retard? Like, do you think I can get? Of course not. If people that have guarantees that they can make other people successful are scams. You cannot do that. That's mentally and physically impossible. But you are capable of helping other people achieve success, but they still need to do it themselves all the fucking time.
Exactly.
So
I cannot move your fingers. I cannot move your foot, your
exactly.
feet.
I cannot make decisions for you. I can help you make the right decisions, but I cannot
Yeah,
make decisions for you.
exactly. So you push it, we drive it.
Exactly, exactly. It's like you just press the gas, and we help you steer to get into the right direction.
That's it.
Carlos, listen, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to be here today to tell the people what the situation looks like of scaling from 0 to 30K in like 4 months. I appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you. Look, celebration, nice. I appreciate your time, and I'll speak to you soon, bro.
Speak to you soon.